agroindustries, farmers associations, and companies integrating this council, looking for opportunities to increase the production in Mexico. So we all know what is happening in agriculture worldwide or across the world. The same happens in Mexico. The weather is a challenge. The technology, the teaching the farmers how to use the technologies is also a challenge. We have in Mexico more than 4 million, probably 5 million small farmers. In total, we have production units, more than 5 million that we need to teach in how to use the new technologies. So for sure, we need to increase the production to feed all the population in the world. Mexico is one of the key players in food productions in the world. In Mexico, to give an idea, we will need to feed in the 2050 the same population Canada has now. In incremental population for Mexico is around almost 40 millions. In addition, the 128 millions we have now, we will need to feed another 40 millions. So, and we need also to produce. And if we need to summarize what is the reality of Mexico, what is the opportunity for those investors or those companies that want to participate in Mexico? The word is technification. The only alternative Mexico has to feed all this population and to increase the exportations are referred or are based on technology. The weather represents a lot of opportunities for agricultural farmers or producers. For sure, there are technologies that helps the farmers to be resilient to this situation. Also, resilience in terms of not only weather, but also in soil, in other challenges the farmers are facing. The technology is the solution. And the global supply in Mexico has been doubled since 1970, and is the number of people that we have given more food is, I mean, we are 30% more of the hunger in the world has been reduced, basically because of the incremental production we have had in the world. And a reality is also that the bushel of maize or to produce the meat is cost less now than 50 years ago. The production, the productivity in the ranch or with the farmers has been more efficient in the last years. And agriculture never stops. We need to feed the population without COVID, without weather conditions. We need to find alternatives to produce the amount of food that we need to produce. And for this, we need to be more resilient, the production systems, but doing this environmentally sustainable. And this means that we need to invest in technologies to do this with these characteristics: sustainable, resilient, and attractive or profitable for the farmers or the participants in the value chain. So we all know that we need to look for protect the environment. Also, there is a lot of protocols or secondary standards that we need to deliver. The consumers are more demanding each year, demanding more characteristics, healthy food with better nutrient characteristics. And Mexico is, as Bernardo mentioned, it is in the position number 11 in terms of food. We have a surplus of almost not 11, 12 billion US dollars. We will see the figures ahead. We are exporting to 130 countries. We have 13 free trade agreements with 50 countries. We are planting more than 20 million hectares in the country. And as I mentioned it, we have more than 5 million people dedicated to agriculture. So it's a big opportunity for investors here in Mexico. Where are the productions in Mexico? We are depending on mainly grains. We are importing in this table, which you can see in the left side, all the products we are importing. We are the #1 importer of corn in the world. Almost 3 billion US dollars, 3,000 million US dollars the last year. But you can see all the products we are importing, mainly grains and meat, eggs. So there is a big opportunity here. And we are exporting tropical fruits, mainly tropical fruits and vegetables that complement the production in US, Canada. Avocados, tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, mangoes, all those products that Mexico, considering the weather conditions, has an advantage to produce across the year. So we are exporting all these products, mainly tropical fruits and some vegetables. In terms of agro-industry, we are importing pork, meat, and a lot of the products that you can see here, that you will have this in the presentation. We are importing from last year was almost 14 billion US dollars in all these products. And in terms of exportation, basically beer, tequila, bakery, pork, sugars are part of those products we are exporting. Almost 21 billion US dollars in exportation from all these products. So you can see where are the opportunities here in Mexico in terms of production to export and to import into Mexico. This is the surplus Mexico has had in the last years in terms of agri-food. You can see that since the 15, we have had a positive trade balance in agriculture, and the opportunities are increasing in Mexico. Where are these investments? Foreign investment directed is almost 50% in the left side, 50% or the half is agriculture. Animal breeding and exploitation is almost 40%, and services 15%. And in terms of agro-industry, in the right side, beverage, tobacco industry is 73%, and food industry is 27%. This is to the third quarter of agro-industry. Will jump this. And this is a map when, in terms of products, where Mexico is or has a production, a superávit in production or a deficit. The deficit is in the left side, the red bar. As I mentioned it, grain or cereals is the main deficit in Mexico. In terms of, for example, wheat and barley, we are importing almost 50% of the internal needs. In terms of rice, we are importing 90% of the rice we consume in Mexico. And corn, we are importing 1/3 of the internal needs. Soya, probably 90%, around 90%. So, and you can see the position we have in each of the products. As I mentioned it, tropical fruits and vegetables is the area where we are exporting. As Bernardo mentioned it, the protected agriculture is increasing in Mexico because of this external demand. I mean, Canada, US are demanding more products or more volumes. And we are increasing the areas to satisfy the demand on those products. Where are the opportunities? I mentioned it. Technification is the word. What the farmers, what are the main concerns, or what are the needs we need to satisfy or to support with the farmers? Is one is high costs of supplies and services. If we have better technologies, or we have some services or something that helps farmers to reduce costs, for example, was mentioning the application of drones for agrochemicals. That's an example where the farmers are optimizing the application, is more precise application, most efficient. And in some areas where the planes or tractors are not possible to be used because of the size of the farms, the drones drones are a good alternative to support the farmers there and reduce costs. Commercialization, also having visibility of the prices in the market, or connecting the value chain, is an opportunity. There is a lot of opportunities in terms of technology to connect this with farmers. As I mentioned it before, technical assistance, also having technologies to access the knowledge, or to approach or put the knowledge to the farmers closer, is an opportunity. Fertility of the soil, commercialization of intermediaries, insufficient infrastructure for production as well. In some areas, there is some opportunities in terms of infrastructure, insecurity. For example, digital agriculture is an opportunity in terms of insecurity. Many farmers are using some tools or tablets to follow all the production process since the office, without the needs to go to the farms. The technicians put all the information in the tablets, and the farmers can track the farms from the office, from the home, in any part. So it's just a simple example how we can support the farmers on this. And there is another opportunities that you can see there, but those are the main needs that the farmers has here in Mexico. The value of the production, main crop is corn, avocados, sugarcane, chile, agave, that is to produce tequila, tomatoes, pastures, alfalfa, strawberries, lemons, and a lot of, as you can see, one of the characteristics of Mexico compared with other countries is the variability of opportunities. It's not based on one or two crops. We have more or less like 30 relevant crops for Mexico. So the opportunities are widespread across the country and in different crops and type of producers. In terms of technology, we have, as I mentioned, almost 5 million production units. 1.5 million has some kind of technology of information. You can see in the right side. The mobile, we have almost 1.2 million farmers with mobile. So we can approach some technologies with them using all these alternatives we have here. And in conclusions, in Mexico, we are a relevant player in food production worldwide. Technology and all those companies that has technologies to offer in Mexico has a huge opportunity to invest. Mexico has a very competitive advantage in semi-tropical and tropical conditions because we can produce across the year. And we have very robust phytosanitary standards in the country also to support and secure the exportation in all those countries where we have commercial agreements.
Thank you, Javier. Thank you to all the speakers. We have one question here so far, and if any other has questions, please, well, you can do it here speaking or through the chat.